Hey, Phil, are you there?
I am here, George.
Okay. Hold on. You still would think I would be able to master this. Hello. Welcome to...
You are the master of the universe.
Right. Tell it to my wife. Hey, we are here for another one. This has been fun. Welcome to this musical edition of the Lehigh Valley with Love podcast. We've been talking to some fun musicians tonight, and we're not stopping yet. We have Pepperwine up, who's from New Jersey. They have a really fun story I want to get into, and even a better sound, but the story is fun as well.
Totally. Absolutely.
What was something that really attracted you to this band at Musikfest?
It's kind of like the classic story of like I listen to that Spotify playlist of the artists that are performing, and then there's always songs that just keep coming out. Like I just jot down, that's who I want to go see. That was this band. They've got a great sound to them. It's just fun, funky. You can dance to it. And it's just, they've got a great energy. You can watch them play here a little bit if you can.
So we're going to play a little bit of Pepperwine to get everybody better acclimated to them.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to bring in Kellie and Brees, and they're going to play for us too, which is
exciting. Yeah. We got some live music coming.
Here's a minute or two from Pepperwine's most recent Musikfest performance.
That's it. You can see they got kick-ass slap bass going on, the drummer.
I love how everybody too has, like, you see their social media stuff in the front. It just makes...
Yeah. And then here comes the fun part too. Little breakdown. Super tight. Obviously. Well rehearsed.
The world needs more keyboards.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh wait, there's one really cool moment because I want to ask Brees about this in a second. When this all comes to he just gives this like very acknowledging nod, and it's really kind of funny. It's always fun to watch Kellie just rock out too to her. Here it comes. Look how satisfied Brees is right now.
Well, hey, we're here to talk to them. So let's bring in Kellie and Brees. Yay!
Yay!
Hello. Hello. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you guys for coming in live from New Jersey, where you guys live in the town. We were just discussing this, where I know that they have a pizza you can eat and get a T-shirt. And I have one, but you have like 10 of those.
Yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous.
which is good.
Eating all this. Shout out.
So I want to say again, thank you guys for taking some time, and we want to catch up. What have you been doing since Musikfest? It's only been a month, but how has the end of summer kind of wound down for you guys?
We've just been pretty much rehearsing. We played a gig this past weekend. It was not nearly as exciting as Musikfest, unfortunately, but it was still good. We still played well. It was still good, and we worked on finishing our new song that's coming out, and just kind of finalizing the master, getting the artwork, solidified, submitted it to Spotify for release, all that good stuff.
So before we get into all that good stuff, the story, and I take this right from your website, is fun, and I want to get some more information on it. So it says that the guitar player in a punk band, who I'm assuming is Brees, wanted to learn how to sing a little bit better. So did he then came to you? This is 2010. So can you kind of walk me through how you guys originally met and then formed the band, and then you got married? So that's also interesting too. So can you kind of walk us through that? Because I want to learn more about it.
Yeah, I was playing in a punk band at the time, actually, with our bass player who's in Pepperwine right now. And we had two other guys that we were playing with, and I was just always losing breath on stage. I couldn't keep my breath. I couldn't hold notes. I needed help. So I would take bike rides throughout Belmar, and I always biked past this. Belmar School of the Musical Arts was the sign that it said on Main Street. And I kept telling myself, I'm going to go in. One day I finally went in, and the guy there, his name was Ryan. He's still there. He's a really nice guy. He hand makes basses. He's a pretty cool guy.
Very cool.
And he slays the bass as well. He plays really well. So I go in there. I say, I want like a month of lessons. I only wanted like 1 or 2 lessons.
Yeah, you said I want 1 lesson.
I was being super cheap. I was like, all I need is 1 lesson.
Like I'll figure it out. You just show me how to sing in an hour.
Yeah, I'll take it from here. Yeah, you just give me a couple pointers. I'm good. So he tells me that I need to take a month. So I took a month, and he says, I'm going to hook you up with this quote unquote badass teacher named Kelly. So I was like, all right, that sounds cool with me. So yeah, the rest is history.
Yeah. So.
What were you just Kelly? Were you just teaching vocals at the time? Is that something that you've always done?
Well, at that time I was like pretty new to it. I was like fresh out of college, like being out of college for like a year. So, I mean, I look back on those times and like I think of now, like I could have been such a better instructor, because over the years, like my teaching has grown.
You must have done something right.
Yeah. But yeah, that's what I do full time. I teach music lessons when I'm not, writing or doing stuff with Pepperwine. I'm teaching music. So yeah, we met, and then like we didn't right away start like seeing each other. We just kind of like would like talk and kind of like like text back and forth, and then we hung out. We went to a Bouncing Souls concert. And then the rest is history. Yeah. Nice. And we didn't start playing music right away either. Like, I just remember having this conversation one time with Brees where he was like, so like, what could you play for me on the piano? And I was like, nothing.
I said
like,
that? What a horrible thing to say.
I literally didn't have any
play something for me.
Yeah, winning pickup lines.
Yeah.
101.
I don't know. So then we just started jamming. And I used to live in this apartment that was so thin that you could like touch the walls with both arms. And so, and I didn't have cable, so it was nothing. It was like
in Ocean Grove, no cable, no internet. So the only thing that we did was play music together. So we wrote all these songs that we don't play anymore. But
we got to start somewhere.
How
was it? Phil, I'm gonna steal one music question from you.
Yep.
I'm interested. Like you say, the punk band. Did you guys kind of find your own musical common ground by working with each other with your different influences?
Eventually we did. Yeah. I think a lot of our earlier songs were like, I would write a lot of riffs. Like I love riffs, and I would write like these heavier riffs and kind of take us into this place where it was we were kind of heavier, like rockier, which kind of slowly dissipated as Kel took more of like the lead on the songwriting. And I really like where we are now. It's been a crazy journey of, nobody's even heard of us. And yet we have this huge 10-year history. It's like we just want some people to hear us. That's all.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we do too. That's why we wanted to do this, because we loved your sound before Musikfest. We love it even more afterwards, and wanted to kind of include you on stuff like this so we can get more Pepperwine fans out there.
Yeah, thank you.
That's right.
Yeah, so actually, I'm sorry, real quick. That acoustic back there, that's what we started with, acoustic and Kelly's piano, and the first couple 2-3 years we were just a duo. And
like we made a CD, like our first CD ever. Like we made it ourselves.
Sure.
I mean, that was before I knew anything about recording programs or anything. So that was really clunky. But we made it work, and we did it. That is not available for streaming anywhere online, so please do not look for it because
it might be.
It's not available.
I would upload that stuff. That's like that's the stuff you find years down the line that you wish you had.
Right.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I still have boxes of hundreds of them in the attic.
Now CDs are like.
I tell you could probably sell them at concerts. I'm sure.
When CDs come back and we're famous.
That is true. This machine, I have nowhere to even insert a CD, unfortunately.
Well, I don't mean to go up. I was just at a thing, and there was a photographer there, and I'm like, hey, and he was an older gentleman, very nice. But I'm like, hey, I need to get those photos that he took. And the person getting them was like, yeah, he came in, gave me the photos on a CD. We had to like go to the library to get the photos off. Like, I don't own a CD player. I don't even, or at least one that I can extract files from. So it's the whole thing.
That is hilarious.
That is.
But you got the photos.
Oh yeah, we got them. But still, it was like, it's just amazing how.
But they're now the property of Bethlehem County Public Library.
Yeah.
So one quick question on the marriage kind of thing too is like, it's a powerful partnership. I'm sure you guys have many ways to even like communicate non-verbally, not only as musicians, but is it hard for you to then bring in a new person to join the band? Because it's like, why can't you keep up with this? But you guys are on such a different level communication wise. Have you ever found that to be, intimidating to the artist, or is it just kind of flow?
Honestly, in the past, like we've had a couple of different drummers over the years to put it lightly.
More than a couple.
So we had this one guy for many years, and we were like really good friends with him. Not going to go into that, but not with him anymore. And he was totally cool, like because he would bring his girl with them, and like we would hang out all together. But anyway, so then we got another drummer, and he really wasn't okay with the whole married dynamic.
Sure.
So then that didn't work out. And Kellie just like fits right into the mix. He's super chill. He plays great. He's just seems to be working well.
It's usually not an issue because we're cool. Like we're not all over each other and like being
right.
weird.
Right. No, I think it's just it's a powerful partnership, even in and of itself. It doesn't need to. It's nothing you're doing to create that, but I can just tell that that might be a problem. But I was going to mention that it clearly isn't, because the chemistry the four of you guys have on stage is terrific. It's just this, you can just tell you guys are on the same page. You obviously are, well rehearsed, but also just talented musicians because you know where the other one's going. Kind of almost has that jazz kind of feel to it where you're letting each other go somewhere and it's like, all right, I'll meet you over there.
Yeah.
So it's just fun to watch.
Awesome.
I think it'd be funny, like if you were passive aggressively writing songs, like take out the garbage. Here's my new song I wanted to introduce to you. Like, walk the dog, please.
Right, yeah, right.
Like, I like this too.
Grace would be writing that to me because he'll take the garbage out.
Yeah, sometimes she'll be like, "This is a love song," and I'll be like,
"Wait, you write it? Like, we wrote about me."
Most of our songs are not love songs. We have like 2. That's it.
I'd say,
but you have that really fun poppy, like punk, funk, style to it. Like, was that kind of? Were you always in that genre, or have you kind of evolved to that?
I mean, I really think a lot of the funkiness like really comes from Julian. Like he just kind of
great bassist.
And like we have a like kind of a wide, varied, music taste between the two of us. And Julian comes with a different sort of music taste, and because like I'll write something on keys and I'll play the chords and it may sound one way when I'm playing it, but then I bring it to the band, and as soon as the rhythm section gets a hold of it and they start jamming on whatever, and then Breeze can like hook into a line or something like that, and then it all comes together. So yeah, I would say the funkiness, although I got like the soul in my voice, that funkiness definitely originated from Julian.
I would say it's hard to put you guys in a genre. Like that's one of the things that I think George and I, we often get asked that. We're like, go listen to this band, and people will be like, okay, what genre is that? I'm like,
you're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, right.
It's so difficult because like it'd be easier if we could just like fit right into a mold, and then we could say, hey, do you like this band? Oh, that's cool. We sound just like them.
Right.
But we sound like Pepperwine.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I don't. Maybe it's just because I'm older now, but I feel like when I was younger, it's easier to put bands into like that genre thing, and now there's so much different crossover, and there can be some jazz things with grunge in it. Sorry, go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say there's so many more genres now. There's so many specific like hyphenating soul pop or whatever. Like
absolutely.
We're just smushing genres together now and like making up genres.
Yeah.
Which is what we have to do in order to try to describe our sound.
That's usually where I end up. I'm just like, what genre are in? They're in the excellent genre. Just go listen to them.
Thank you.
Like
we'll take that.
Thank
you.
So have you played? Well, go ahead, Phil. You go ahead.
I was just going to go back to the opening sequence. There was that moment, like I said, when that song comes to that like resolution and out like, and you get this smile on your face. And I love watching musicians who are like, they're just so into that moment in their own music. Like, is there something you can share that like, are you like waiting for that as an artist, as a musician, as a listener? Like, is there something about that you can share about that moment?
Yeah. I mean, cause at that point I'm not even like a musician right there. I'm enjoying Julian's bass solo, honestly, and
that's what I figured. Yeah,
it's so nice. And like listening back, honestly, I'm like, oh, my guitar's so loud, and I'm playing way too much. I wish I turned down. I wish I played less strumming. I know.
I disagree, and we can blame the sound guy for that anyway. But no, I think it was this great moment of the whole band coming in. But you're right, like Julian's kind of crushing it right there.
Yeah,
but
it's his spot to shine, definitely.
Yeah.
And then just when we come back into that chorus, it's just such a nice. I just love that. Just as a listener, not even as the guy playing the song. Like I'm just like, oh, that feels so good.
I know.
Yes.
That's the thing. Like you wanna. That's what we always strive for. At least me. Well, I think we all as a group do it. But like when I'm personally writing, I'm always just like, I want it to be something that like I'm not gonna get sick of playing or singing. 2,
right.
I have fun playing and singing it. And 3, would I enjoy this as a listener?
Sure. Yeah. And here it comes. This is the moment right here where it hits this moment, and then there he goes. And it's like, oh yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That's
But I imagine you're right. Like you're playing this song many times over, and the audience, you want them to feel like it's the first time you've ever done it. And there's these probably very special moments where you're like, that was different than ever before.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Yeah, especially with a solo that's not written, he's improvising that and just shredding, and it's awesome.
It is. It's pretty awesome.
So I'm gonna bring this up. I found this fascinating. This is from your website. If you guys go to it, pepperwinegroove.com. It's always fun to look at some of these things. You have 195 shows, and here's all of them from show number 1.
Yep.
I just thought this was so neat. Like, what a fun way to keep track of this. This is crazy.
Fun fact: our first gig ever, we were known as Boots and Beans. Our name was not Pepperwine yet.
Boots and Beans.
Boots and Beans.
And that was on my list to ask, like the name Pepperwine. I did see some stories out there, but I kind of wanted to hear it straight from you guys, like where the name comes from.
It sounds corny, but it's totally true. I have some really messed up dreams. I can thank my dad's brain for that because I feel like I inherited it from him because he has crazy dreams too. But I had a dream that I was in my primary school cafeteria, and I had walked in, and the cafeteria was filled with people, and they were drinking boxed wine. And I asked for a glass, and I got a glass of red pepper flakes. And it's probably because at that time I was waitressing still, like starting to teach, but both of us, we used to waitress at, waiter.
Surprise.
At this Italian place.
Are we breaking news right now?
So yeah, we both used to wait at this place. And, maybe it was like because the red pepper flakes and I had to fill them in a bowl. I don't know what it was. So we just we threw out so many names, and some of the ones that we threw out, like they're
Tiny Lion.
That was a cool one, but it was already a band. So
what else did we have?
Oh yeah.
Well, we were trying to just come up with some cool things, and then every idea we had, we would Google it to see if it was something else.
Sure.
Yeah.
So Pepperwine was
right,
the one.
You don't want to go
nothing.
through.
Big
And
Old Bagel. What's another one?
Yeah.
No.
And but it's a good name because it sounds like it should exist.
Yes.
It surprised me that it wouldn't be more.
And actually,
how many times? Oh, go ahead.
Do you know that band Pepper? The band Pepper, I think they play ska or reggae, right?
They play ska reggae, yeah.
So they actually have they created a wine like a year ago.
Oh, you're kidding.
And we follow the hashtag Pepperwine on Instagram. So they're posting all these things about their pepper wine.
You should start you should piggyback on that.
Every single one, right?
Sell it at the merch tent. You'd be like, get into a partnership with them.
Right.
True.
So
we were the original Pepperwine.
I was looking through all these past gigs, and I don't know, how many times have you played Musikfest just once? Was that your first time, or have you played?
There was definitely a prior one, yeah.
Technically 2 years, but the first year we played 2 times. So we've played on 3 stages at Musikfest.
4 if you count the second one this year.
And how does it compare to the very, the far wild area of New Jersey that you guys normally play in? How is it to come up to the Allentown area?
It's the best.
Yeah, we love playing Pennsylvania. We feel like the people in Pennsylvania just are nicer.
New Jersey's like, what?
We're more receptive to our music. Like, we have always found, if you look on the past shows that we played, we played Sly Fox out in Pottstown.
Sure.
I saw Lee Heighton in here.
Where?
Lee Heighton? I saw one.
Oh, what was that?
Let me look.
I don't know, but we played Doylestown.
That was show number 152, which was a celebration of Life Festival.
Yes.
Yeah. That one was funny. It was. That
was cool. That was like a camping festival, and we actually hired somebody from here to travel out with us to film it with a drone.
That's awesome. Okay.
It was awesome until we get to the stage, and the stage was covered with a tarp. I guess they thought it was planning to rain or whatever. So it's cool footage, but it's just on a blue tarp.
Yeah. It's we're underneath.
Really nice tarp though. It's a really nice.
We're under there. We're under there.
Yeah. So we've
trust us. We're under there.
Found better home in PA. I don't know. I mean, we would say that our home base would be Asbury, playing in Asbury, but
sure,
that's kind of where we got our start, and we played all those venues, and we still will play there because it's super convenient. It's like 10 minutes on the road, but much prefer to play out in PA.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'll take
How
it.
about that? Absolutely, we'll take it. Do you want to move to the Musikfest, the other video we have?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
So we have this really other funny moment where even just Kay hits hard. Like we were even saying it while he was playing. We're like, wow, it sounds like there's like an exclamation point on his snare. Like it's just like he hits it and then he's destroying this kit. And then here comes this amazing part. He hits so hard the cymbal goes clear off. And then he's just shrugging, and now he's got to try and play without that. And Brees is laughing hysterically. Poor Kelly didn't even know any of that's going on.
No idea.
What do you do in that situation? You can't like run over there and put it back on.
And this was actually the second thing that happened because
earlier the mic dropped.
Yes, yeah. And it's actually funny that you say he hits hard because he plays to the situation. So like at practice he plays quietly. At this past gig that we had this past weekend, it was like a very echoey area. So he also played quietly. Mm-hmm. But I think he was just like amped up by the the large crowd, the big stage. So yeah, he was definitely hitting harder than he did.
and that was the thing. We were talking about it, and then we were watching, and it's the microphone that's above that cymbal just goes, and it just like dropped low. And that one, the guy who's just off stage noticed it right away. So he comes out, it up, he tightens it much tighter, and then he kind of tightens it one more time, and Kay like gives him a nod, and off he goes. He destroys that cymbal. It took the guy like 4 minutes to come out on stage. We're all like, he's like phantom hitting a cymbal, and it was like I felt bad for him because it's like he's like, and then he like would remember. He's like, that's right, that's not there anymore. And then and I'm even thinking to myself, I'm like, Kelly probably is wondering, why isn't he hitting that cymbal anymore? Because it's going to sound totally different to you.
Don't give her that credit. She has no
Honestly,
idea.
I
I wonder, like the guy watching you, who's supposed to be taking care of that, was just like into the music. He's like, "Oh yeah, I should probably go fix that."
I should probably fix it. And the other thing too is it almost looked like it was choreographed. It fell so beautifully, like it just rolled down and just landed right there.
It did. And it made a really nice sound on the way down too.
It sure did. Yeah. He like it's just sitting right there, like, oh, that's where it belongs.
You're watching more of it. Yeah, that's just
it just sits right there. It's like it was great.
I had no idea what happened. I thought I like knocked something over. You see me like I turn around all the way around. I'm like, what was that? What'd I do?
So the song you're playing. Go ahead, George.
Just one more before we get to that. Just quickly, because going through these past shows too, I just noticed you guys gig a lot. Prior to through 2019, I mean, just dozens of shows. 2022 shows, clearly because of that. Are you guys starting to get out there more? I know the artists we have been talking to, it has been kind of limiting even now that there have been, some cancellations going through. How do you guys deal with that sort of not being, I'm sure you just want to play.
Well, let me first say that every show that we played, Kelly has reached out, like, as an artist, like we do everything ourselves. Like we don't have a manager, we have nothing. Like all those 190 whatever gigs, Kel has contacted them, emailed them, messaged them. Like she's the reason why we play gigs. And yeah, we were cooking for a while. We were hitting like 40, 50 shows a year.
That's crazy.
With that being said, I'll let her finish the rest of the answer.
Yeah, so that was a total big bummer, COVID for everybody, just in so many ways. I mean, there was that moment at first where it was kind of like, wow, this kind of gives us a moment to like regroup and think about things differently and, without the pressure of like, okay, we need to perform again. But then, you start to get a little bit sad and, man, I miss that energy and miss that, going out there. So, it's kind of picking back up again, which is great. I really haven't been, online, like trying to solicit gigs as much as I have in the past, but we've gotten like some gig offers. We actually just got one to play at Sly Fox today, came in. So
nice.
Yeah.
That's breaking news.
Breaking news.
Surprise.
Yeah. So, it's been going well. I like it.
And we'll be back in what is it? Steel
Stacks.
We'll be at the Steel Stacks Oktoberfest, October 2nd.
Ooh, well, I will be there.
Terrific.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
Like
we love our festivals here. I just go to drink heavily, and when they have the games, we won one year. Our team, they would have like this corporate challenge where you had to, carry the steins, and you'd have to do barrel roll. So every year I would try to stack my team to beat Service Electric, and they beat us every year. And then one year we won. It was a lot of fun, but they went away with it, I think, because it was too like the Beer Olympics is too much of a liability, I think, to continue.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, we should host our own. Like, there's no reason why we can't do it. We'll talk.
Oh, I like this idea. This is definitely.
Well, I know you guys are gonna perform for us, which would be fantastic. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what song you're gonna be?
Sure. So the song that Kay destroys the kid on, Ray. Yeah, we do it acoustic. It's like a little bit different because I'm not going to play synth or anything. I'm just going to play my piano. But
I pretty much play the same exact thing.
Yeah, and if you like it, it's on Spotify and you can stream it.
There we go.
Okay, well, we'll let you guys get to it.
Cool.
Yeah. So again, it's Gray by Pepperwine. Acoustic.
Right, I'm gonna turn down the volume.
Like the word gray.
Yes. Grey.
EY.
Attention to detail. The E is important.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get out of here, but I
turned it down a little bit.
Okay. All right. So
just keep an eye on that. If it starts turning yellow, we have to turn it down.
Okay. Yeah. So Gray is a fun song. It's one of our favorite songs to play out live. It's a good set closer. Gets the people moving. Gets us grooving. Goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. passion I own. Thank you.
Excellent.
Thank you.
And we were even
All right, I'm
getting audience,
Yeah,
we got listener participation there.
And
Heck
for the
yeah.
record, Kelly has a keyboard right here, piano right here. That's what she's playing.
I think they knew, but
Just in case.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
Deanna, thank you. You have a fan in Deanna, so we appreciate you.
Thank you, Deanna.
yes. No, this is Corinne's mom.
Oh,
Yes.
hello, Corinne's mom.
Perfect.
Enjoy the
Corinne's mom.
cucumbers.
Corinne actually is one of my students, and yeah, she loves the cucumbers. And I teach her daughter right here.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, that was great. Like it sounded fantastic. It's it must be nice to be able to just kind of do that in your house. You know, like, hey, I'm working on this. Like, let's put that together. Oh, no, I think Phil might have froze up there. That's
froze.
okay.
He liked it so much he froze.
He did. I'm gonna kick him out and he'll come back in.
He rocked out so hard he unplugged a wire.
It happens. I'm surprised we got through like as much of this as we did. I'm gonna text him quick, but I think.
Okay, no problem.
Was the volume okay? Could you hear it?
Yeah, I mean, it sounded good. It's so tough with something like this too. When
Yeah.
you're doing that. Hit the link and join. If he was able to make it. So what we're gonna ask you then is, you said you were kind of looking at booking now, and you're gonna play a Sly-Fi. Is that the plan throughout the winter? Are you looking to maybe write more songs, or is it?
Yeah, I'm always like, my brain is always cooking and brewing on like new ideas and stuff. And I kind of am like pulling inspiration of new things. And we have some stuff that we've been working on as a band, some old songs that we want to bring back. Yeah, like one thing to kind of mention is like, and I forgot to say this before, is Kay joined the band a year ago and we didn't play any gigs for a whole year.
So you did two,
So we just like rehearsed with Kay for a year. And then it was like, all right.
Do you rehearse in your living room too, or do you have like a larger?
Upstairs. It's just a bedroom. That's our music room. Not like our actual bedroom. It's just one of the bedrooms upstairs. we practice in. No, it's fantastic. Yeah.
Phil may have had some technical difficulties, which is totally. It happens. It happens. But I want to say thank you, and on behalf of Phil, who is so excited he got booted. I appreciate you guys coming on, and we'll look forward to it. In October 2nd for Oktoberfest, you'll be back. And again, everyone, we're gonna put this up here. Everyone can find out more information at pepperwinegrooves.com or search you on Spotify. I mean, it's the easiest way now to find new stuff and subscribe.
Yep.
Yeah, and we are like pretty active on Instagram, so we're always like uploading like stuff that's not recorded on Spotify. Like we'll upload like little clips there and stuff like that. So
we'll be uploading this video as well to Instagram. We'll tag you.
Perfect.
We also have our new single coming out September 20th, which is a Monday, I believe. We tried to do something different. We're like, all releases are on like Friday. Let's try to do something weird and like start the week off on a nice note. So Monday, September 20th, our song "Running in the Rain" will be available.
All right.
We're very excited about it. Yeah.
And you release that on Spotify, right? So they can get it that way as well?
Yep. Spotify will be on there. It'll be on YouTube. It'll be every streaming platform. Yep. And there's actually a live performance of that on YouTube right now if anybody wants to check it out.
Yeah, full band and acoustic. There's 2 versions up there.
True.
Well, I'm looking forward to, I wasn't able to meet you guys when you were here for Musikfest, so hopefully we can change that at Oktoberfest. Yeah. And on behalf of Phil, who I'm sure he's just in internet purgatory at the moment. Oh, no. He lost power, he said.
Oh, no. Even worse.
So it wasn't even an internet thing.
Oh, dang.
That sucks.
You know what? Are you busy?
No.
Let's hang out until he comes back.
Sounds good to me.
So work on some other stuff. When you guys practice it, like what is the process of finding those other band members? Like, I know we talk about drummer. It's kind of probably a running joke, drummers in and out. Yeah. But is that process difficult when you guys are looking for, or when you were? I mean, you're good now. You really love the musicians that you're with now. But how is that process?
Honestly,
it sucks.
Julian's been with us for a long time.
Oh, no! I heard talk of cucumber, and I said I will have none of it.
I was stalling for time, and you made it back. Did you lose power?
Yeah, I lost power for a second. I'm like, are you kidding me? The whole thing went down.
Oh gosh.
Then I had to boot back up again, but here I am.
We rocked your
All
power
right.
out.
Yeah, it was so good.
That's right. You talked the whole power grid out. Yeah.
Well, Phil, we were just saying, and now we'll end all together. We don't have to jump out of here or anything.
Okay.
But I was just telling them, thank you guys so much. We are looking forward to. Put this on here just so people can. Or be sure to check out their website to get all the. It was great. I love it. And hey, I have a drone too. If you guys ever need any drone work in Lehigh, I'll come.
Right.
I can get underneath the tent.
If you need a shot of a tarp in the future, call George.
I have no problem doing it.
Bring it to Oktoberfest. We'll throw
That's Well, I don't know. Would we? I don't.
Well, if they allow me, I don't know. I didn't fly at Musikfest. I was a little wary, but hey, you never know. Oktoberfest is a little less.
If we have the artist's approval ahead of time.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
Well, hey.
Got it.
you heard it here first, and we have that recorded. We'll tag you in all this, guys. Again, thank you guys so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
And can't wait to see you on the stage again in October.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey, and sit tight. I'm going to end the live. Thank you to everybody who's watching. Thank you to our sponsors.
Thank you, everyone.
Michael Burdin, Remax, Realty, Venture X, Molly's Irish Grill, and Sports Pub, and the Burke Insurance Agency. We appreciate your support. We'll do more of these. This was fun too. Like, this was really an impromptu thing for us. We're like, hey, we want to talk to some of these artists and we want to go live, and this has been fun. I think we're going to do more of these.
Absolutely.
So hopefully have you guys back on.
Thank you, everyone.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you.